Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 as we talk outdoors every Saturday morning for 90 minutes. And this being October the 24th means it's the fourth Saturday, which means, I don't ever try to do this show alone. And so I always bring in pros to assist me.
When are they getting there?
They'll be here in about 30 minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right, no. Bill Cooksey from the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News is sitting in. He's promised no more football jokes till the end of the show, and we've already probably cut that out anyway. And then, of course, Ron Wong is here. Also, Ron, we'll be heading you're going to Oxford today? Is that game in Oxford?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I will be there in the rain.
Oh, well, just don't even talk about that. But anyway, Let's talk fishing right now with our good friend. And who is this next guest, Ron? I think you bumped into him last weekend.
Let me see. I ran into him, and he got a bunch of nice pictures and videos. Mr. Guide Service on Beaver Lake and Swepco Lake, and he's become a GoPro.
Okay, that's enough.
Professional.
That's enough introduction right there. So and
he lives in Larry. He
lives in God's country. He lives in God's.
However, he's adopted a new God's country, and he'll tell you that. That would be Alabama. Our buddy Brad Wiegmann. Brad, how are you this morning?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, but you know what?
What?
I threw a little curveball in on you today.
Talk to me.
I am at Toledo Bend in Louisiana.
That's okay. That's okay. As long as you got all your licenses covered.
Not a bad place to be.
Not a bad place to be, but I want to talk to Brad a little bit today because, Brad is part of our family when we go to Gaston's in April next year and have a wonderful time. And but also, Brad is so heavily involved, and you just Google his name, Wiegmann. You will find he's everywhere. He has a way with words on the camera that are not only entertaining but also educational and puts a new twist to it. But he's got something called Fish for the Wish Big Bass Challenge. Tell our listeners why you're at Toledo Bend and a little bit about this. This I think there's 10 tournaments, and one of them is going to be in Tennessee, right?
That's exactly right. The Fish for the Wish Big Bass Challenge is a tournament that it's a benefit. It's a big bass tournament, so they have hourly weigh-ins, and then they have a big bass, and then a second big bass overall. And so there's 9 qualifying tournaments, and then there's one championship tournament, and that's going to be on Gunnersville in Alabama down there. We have one on Lake Chickamauga.
Okay.
And, that's in Tennessee, and we're going there in the spring.
Okay.
And so there's going to be some big fish caught there. I mean, all I can say is I'll be surprised if Ron Wong doesn't show up to it.
Ron Wong shows up. Which Wong would that be? I mean, there's 7 or 8 Ron Wongs. He's every.
Now, where is this going to be? In
Chickamauga in the spring.
Well,
in the spring. Don't schedule it when we're at Gaston's. Okay. I mean,
I
would hate for that to.
Lake Chickamauga is scheduled for April 23rd.
Okay, that's
and
after.
So, so your listeners that are around in that area will have a chance. Now, we're going to get. I'll run the schedule here real quick by you.
Yeah.
Skytook Lake over in Oklahoma.
All right.
Lake Hamilton is in Arkansas. That's by Little Rock.
Yes.
Grand Lake, which is where the Bassmaster Classic is going to be held.
First week of March.
Spring.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Beaver Lake, which is the FLW Tours held on Beaver Lake. Lake Chickamauga. And then there's Lake Eufaula down in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lake Hartwell.
South
Lake
Carolina.
Norman,
Yeah.
Toledo Bend, that's where I am right now.
Yeah.
And Gunnersville is where the Classic is going to be held.
I may be there for that.
Yeah, that's and this is the Fish for the Wish Big Bass Challenge. The name itself. Tell us a little bit about the tournament itself
and the organization.
Yeah.
Okay. What it is, it's Chapter 501c3, and so we take the proceeds get, and then we take those and we put them towards the Soldier's Wish. And so what happens, Soldier's Wish, they grant soldiers in all branches of the military wishes. And so what happens is they send in wishes that they need, that they'd like to do or have the opportunity to do. And so this organization is able to use the money, the funds that we're raising from these tournaments, and we're able to supplement those wishes by doing it. And so there's all kinds of neat stuff that they've done in the past, and everything from getting one man to be more mobile, and so one soldier wanted to be more mobile, and so they got him a chair that has like 6 wheels.
Wow!
And so he can go in the outdoors. He can actually go. You know, like a regular wheelchair, you can't really do that. You know? I mean, so but that allows him to get outdoors, and he can go spend some time with his family or wherever. And so they just take these the opportunity to fill those wishes with the soldiers, and it's for soldiers been honorably discharged from all of the services. And so to see more of those, the best thing to do is to go to soldierswish.org.
Yes,
and that will get them, and they can go to Wishes Granted. And so what we have is Facebook pages, and there'll be a Facebook page for each one of those tournaments. And each one of those tournaments will say, will have what the hourly payouts are going to be and what the championship's going to be. The championship right now is scheduled to pay out $50,000. It's a 2-day tournament.
Okay.
So that's a huge amount of money, and they have to qualify through the 9 qualifying tournaments.
Okay. And
they do that by just weighing in a fish. If they weigh in a fish during the event, that qualifies them to go down and fish in Gunnersville in this tournament.
At the Classic.
So there won't be anyone just showing up, just kind of jackpotting. It's going to be guys that, you know, have fished in one of these tournaments. And because it's pretty close to Tennessee and Mississippi and Arkansas and these areas here, we'll have a lot of people that travel down there just for that opportunity to fish in that big tournament. The Classic is what we're going to call it at the very end.
And Brad, let me ask, is this the first year that you've done this? Or is this?
Yes, this is the very first year, and so we're just getting off the ground. And in fact, I'm still just making some of the Facebook pages, some of the social network pages. But we're going to have, we'll have most of the early ones are already done. I'm halfway through with them, and so they can go there and they can check and see. Most, except for the very first one, all the other ones pay out $10,000 for the biggest bass.
Now, no, you're not. It's not that you're not busy enough. So,
Brad doesn't have anything to do but travel and take pictures. I mean, gee whiz.
Why? What made you want to do this? And
well, you know, it's an opportunity to give back. My dad was a soldier.
Yeah. And
in our household, like say on Memorial Day when the parade happened, all the soldiers would come to our house because we lived in town where the parade started.
Oh,
and so all the soldiers would come there, and so you know, I saw as my dad bonded with these guys, and as they slowly slip away, I think it's our opportunity, especially for myself, to honor my dad and to give back.
Yeah.
You know, and it's everyone's opportunity. And not only do they get to give back and help promote and for people, for anglers in this tournament, you know, they're actually giving a soldier something that they're getting that they couldn't get otherwise.
That's right.
And I just see that being in this. Our family was just so tight in everything that we did in the military. And my 2 sisters, they served in the military, and their husbands.
Wow,
that's awesome.
You know, it's
awesome.
Just great to have this opportunity to do it.
Well, it's close to your heart, and like you say, if you realize where Brad is, he's on the road a lot. He's doing so much, and it's not that you had too much time on your hands. to do this. But so, folks, if they want to get information about this, Brad, where do they go?
Okay, so they can go to bigbaschallenge.net.
Okay.
And or they can find us on Facebook. And the Facebook is just Big Bass Challenge, and then you just select like whatever tournament you're looking at.
Okay.
So if you're looking at the Beaver tournament, it'll say like Big Bass Challenge Beaver Lake, or you can contact Mike Ramey at 214-842-1420.
Okay.
And we still are looking for title sponsors and hourly sponsors for most of these tournaments. So we'd be more than willing to talk to anyone if they want to become a title sponsor or or an hourly sponsor in any of these events. And so it's pretty exciting that we'll be able to do this. And of course, you know what? I will have my GoPro uploaded and ready at least the local events, that the ones I can get to, and we'll be shooting some video, and we're going to try and do some stuff that, gets people's pictures up there with big fish, because you know what? Even Ron Wong likes to have his picture taken with big fish.
First, I got to catch one.
He would rather have it taken with a plate of food. All right, that's what. Hey, Brad, thank you, buddy, for being with us. Always good to talk to you, and stay safe. And we'll check back with you as we get closer to the tournament trail. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. I sure appreciate
right,
it.
Thanks, Brad.
Have a great
good day.
All right, buddy. All right.
All right.
Brad Wiegmann from. You just Google his name. He has a way. If you've seen any of his videos,
One of my favorite Facebook follows.
it is, because he has some cool things. He was up there with the. We'll talk a little bit more about the Roper event that Ron and Brad were up there, and pretty
those
cool.
are some funny guys.
Yeah,
too.
he is.
Fun to be with.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. We'll be right back.
Find